What do you wish you knew about land when you were 18? Has to be one statement.
Yeah, just a statement.
But even for you guys, like,
Yeah.
what do you wish you knew about land when you were 18?
When I was 18, honestly, I wish I started back then. You know, I've watched. I have friends in the business as well. I've watched them. There's one in particular who very casually said to me in the car, he was giving me a ride to go look at a block of apartments near one that he had built himself. I think he might be 2 years older than I, so same age group. Both have young families and whatever. So I'm riding in his G-Wagon that he has just purchased. Beautiful ride. And he very casually says to me, "Hey, Solo, this year we'll do a B in sales." And I've known this guy, really cool guy by the way. I've known him for 7 years. I'm watching him build serious wealth in Kenya. This is a guy who lived abroad, worked abroad. He came back home and is building wealth. I think he came back around the same time I did, maybe in his mid-30s, early 30s. So, I like to imagine, what if we started when we were 18? I mean, this year alone, he'll do 1 billion shillings in property sales. That's serious income by any...
It's not bad. I mean, I can just... If you give me 2 weeks,
Just to
I get lost.
So that's always my thing. I wish I started earlier, thinking about investing. Unfortunately for me, I was too busy, in school. I can't say I ever received financial education of any sort, which I think is a crime against humanity. It should be a basic right. It should be part of the schooling system from class 1. How to budget, how to save, how to invest. It has to be basic information, so that, because when you're talking about investments, time is your biggest premium. You can't manufacture that. That's how you allow compounding to happen. And at some point, you just can't catch up.
Yeah. I mean, it's like a musician who's been practicing since they were 5 years old.
Yeah.
Like, if you start playing violin today, you can't catch up with them.
Yeah, guys were practicing when they were 3 years old. I mean, you just, so that time premium, it's sort of like insurance as well. Time is your friend. So I wish I had started investing in land when I was 18.
What about you guys?
For me, it's the same, because it's kind of like how, I don't want to say taboo-ish, but probably in the African setting is how we're not really, even from our own parents, like we're not taken through investment, as young people, to the point of even like you don't even know how much property your dad has, as an African kid, you just don't go through. You grow up being afraid of money, because we're coming from a place of lack, as we've all been told. Is like you feel just every time you even go to ask for school fare, even from your parents, you're taken round. You ask your dad takes you to your mom. You ask your mom, back to your dad.
If your uncle's around,
your uncle's around to your uncle. So it's just that fear. It compounds also with time. All these things together. And then now, when you're your own person now after school, you don't know how to maneuver these things, and it's all too much. Because some other kids probably they've had that education from home, and you have none. So once you get to a point where, okay, everyone is talking about land, everyone is talking about this, everyone is talking about this, you don't know where to start, and you feel ashamed even to some point, because you're like, I don't know anything.
It's true.
Yeah, man. I mean, Honestly, same thing, and also not just talking about, the relationship with money and vis-a-vis, land and investing.
Yeah.
It's just one of those things that as well, having to be taught to understand, and even to an extent being taken through, for not being scared to tell our folks how much money we have, because we are scared of the black tax, because you're just like, now if I tell my mom I have to this million or two for this it's one of those things that as in guy, because it also just has started from, I guess, way back, as Ben says, your dad gives you money from here, your mom does,
your mom gives you money,
sometimes no, it's just one of those things that openness within just black families and African families regarding money and regarding being open with your kids about money and about investments, and also you telling, and also as a parent going out of your way to tell them your investment story, just saying, I have land here, I have land here. Here was conned, big hair, it's one of those things that it's just the openness of it all. The openness, so that you can confidently go into and can also want to invest early in life and buy land early in life, because you're not scared or scared, or you're just very apprehensive that I don't know, I'll buy when I buy, when I can trust someone or something like that.
Right.
Just not, it's just about you jumping and getting into it. And learning your own way, but then it comes from a confidence that should have been given to you as you were growing up in a family setting.
That's so true.
Time, the compounding, the time aspect of money or any property or any investment. At 18, I would easily make 300 a day.
Really?
Yeah, even 200 a day. Yeah, after high school immediately. Yeah, I was making pizza. Yeah, so
you were making pizza.
Yeah.
They're always talking pizza in, man.
Pizza in the kitchen.
Wow.
So
okay.
when I think of that time, and there were these guys I saw. There are some boda guys. There was a story. It's somewhere in Nyeri or Karatina. I saw an association of boda guys. They were like 100 or something, but it was after a few years. It was after 2-3 years. They've built a whole building, and they put any real estate. Some of them are hostels and everything. And it's just an association. So the time and the togetherness and the coming together of even young people. Because when I look at young people right now, people are making money online. Young guys are doing simple jobs. They can afford. Guys are even making 500 a day. So if they come together within no time, 10 years, give it 10 years, they can make something dope. So the time aspect and the compounding effect, and they're coming together as a group,
not discounting yourself because you think you have too little. If you bunch up with like-minded people, I mean, that's the whole thing about SACCOs in Kenya.
Actually, SACCOs, I would like to tell young people, SACCOs, when you hear the name SACCO, it sounds old.
Yes,
it sounds wazers.
It needs a rebrand.
So chamas, let's just say, call them chamas now, but not for only like making money to, go out, enjoy, have a drink, have a party, but the compounding interest of that money in that chama can have a crazy ripple effect.
Totally. I know of one chama. They are my parents' age. I mean, this chama, I think they've been doing it for 30-something years now. They're worth billions, both in cash and in property.
Okay.
I mean, so when you see those good examples, I think it's important for young people to get together now. Don't waste time. Your youthfulness is your greatest capital. How much cash you have is not as material as how much time you have. So start now. That would be my biggest thing. I wish I had the ability to go back in time or with what I know now, right? And I'll be honest, I'm sort of I'm 42 now. I'll be 43 in a couple months. I've been thinking a lot about this issue of legacy. You know, besides my kids, because you know that's not just necessary. It's my responsibility as a father. But beyond my children, you know, there's a bunch of young people out there today. How do I share what I have learned with them, and give you know, just having a chat with your buddy this morning, and he made a really interesting statement about how he picks one young person and he gives them from his success, whether it's information or money or opportunities, and he tells them, I don't want anything back, just promise me that as you rise, you will do the same for someone else. And maybe it's a function of my age, I don't know, but that's really tugged on my heart. And I've been asking myself for months now, what am I doing about the next generation?
So look, man, look at us.
Yeah.
No, seriously, your presence in our life has been extremely
presence in our life
impactful in
on
so
a
many
on a
ways.
brotherhood level
Yeah.
is just like on another, like
In a short amount of
in a
time.
very short amount of time. So many things have changed for the better within our organization. Within
Yeah, bro.
Our association with you has been one of profit and wisdom and so many beautiful
And it's
things.
because it comes from you, you know. You're the one.
Yeah.
And the people we've met through you that
also
are
the
playing
people we've
are
met.
playing vital roles in our lives
Yes,
now.
our business
So-
coach, our life coach,
Yeah.
people who we've met through you. So like,
Yeah.
we don't, in wherever you are, sit
Yeah.
pretty knowing that you've done an amazing thing in our lives.
Yeah.
And you know, like changing Sauti Sol's lives also is changing the music industry.
The generation, the whole
Yeah, and
generation.
also
Whole generation.
all the artists who are watching this and listening, you know, people like to put a time cap to an artist's career. Your career is forever.
Yeah.
Nobody. What the pact made in heaven between you and your gift.
Yeah.
We cannot abandon you in this art.
Yeah.
However, it's important that you understand that artists make their money different,
Yes.
and as you make your money different, sometimes you have excess, sometimes you don't have so much. You know, and always for those moments, it's important to save.
Put something
And
aside.
put something on the side, but land is the best way to bank because it appreciates.
for sure.
But also, do you have any packages within Goshen for young and upcoming, like young people who are ambitious? But they were not only creative.
Yeah, just in general.
Maybe I'm in uni and I may only have 50 G's in my account.
Yeah.
I was like,
Yeah.
what's happening? Can I work with Goshen? I might wait until the day I have one name so that I can buy a quarter.
Man, that's always a painful question to hear, because of course you want to create opportunities for everyone. You want to be inclusive. Oftentimes the reality on the ground is you have to be playing at a certain level because of the cost, even at the basest level. What I pay for land, even I have to borrow. Or get together with friends and speak to investors to give money for me to be able to afford. And that obviously translates back to our customers. So it's something we're constantly trying to figure out. We've been working on something. And it's our intention that Sauti Sol will be part of that. And so
Definitely. And it doesn't even have to be like a land package for people to buy really, but also as you said, the information.
Communication.
Is the most important thing. Like
Most important.
uni guys who are watching this, you're in high school, you're watching this. You're a young guy in your business or a young lady in your business, and you're watching this. Like the information is the power.
And also to those young people who hold the information, because there are people who are privileged enough maybe to get this from their parents or from school of their friends or someone, or someone like you even, to just share it out to the people around them. Lift your brothers, lift your sisters, because you don't want that thing of I know this information, it's mine, so I'm keeping it for myself.
It's
I'll
lonely at the
enrich
top.
myself. It's very lonely at the
Get
top.
there, you'll be lonely. So
Yeah.
That's why it's power.
Yeah, absolutely. And so actually for me, this is where the comment around what are we doing about legacy came from. While it's encouraging to know we've been a positive influence or aspect in your lives, which I wasn't aware, not to that extent. So I'm thinking of the 18-year-old, 20-year-old, because we're talking about the compounding effect, right? Where would that 18-year-old be by the time they are Sauti Sol's age? Had they received the information or the support?
We know now.
Right, that's the thing. I wish I was 18 years old with a 60-year-old's experience in my head. That's the thing, and that's possible. It happens through mentorship. But it requires that the 18-year-old be hungry and reaches out.
Exactly.
And then it takes for us to be willing to make that investment. So yes, I hear you guys, and that's something we will definitely take up in some form or version. Yeah.
All right.
Thank you.
Done, man. Thank you so much, Solo, by the way.
Thank you. This was
We're looking forward
pleasure,
to cracking more code in life.
insightful. Yeah. Onwards and upwards.
Onwards and upwards.
I wish you guys all the best, man.
Thank you.
Ngumini bwe?
So low stay. Thank you, brother.
Yeah, no worries, man.